Wentz keeps and has a touchdown to start the night for Philadelphia.
Top 25 highest paid athletes of 2021. Since the outbreak of the pandemic, outdoor activities have taken a hit financially and otherwise. Yet, regardless of the financial inconveniences hitting the sporting sector, it has still not prevented some of the big names from making a name for themselves. Let's take a look at the top 25 highest paid athletes of 2021. In today's video, we will be counting down the 25 highest paid athletes of 2021. But before we hop into the details, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. Number 25, Sebastian Vettel, Formula One Racing, $40.5 million. Almost all of Vettel's earnings came from his sponsorship pact with Ferrari, as he has continued to actively not pursue many personal endorsement deals. That's easy to do, however, when you net $40 million annually, as the German Formula One driver does from his main sponsor.
And Sebastian Vettel now moves over to try and cover him. Hamilton is already away, and it's wheel to wheel, Rosberg and Vettel.
Number 24, Julio Jones, football, $40.5 million. Julio Jones signed a 3-year contract with Atlanta in September 2019 worth $66 million, including a $25 million signing bonus. The deal topped Michael Thomas's previous wide receiver record for average annual value by nearly $3 million. The 7-time Pro Bowler was named to the NFL's All-Decade team for the 2010s. His 96 yards receiving per game in his career are an NFL record.
He's going to go deep for Julio Jones, and Jones makes the catch.
Number 23, Paul George, basketball, $41 million. In his first year in LA, George earned $33.3 million in year 2 of a 4-year extension he signed in 2018, shortly after joining the Thunder. 2021 will be the final year of that contract, as the 4th season was replaced by a 4-year, $176 million extension in December of 2020. Off the court, George earns around $8 million from endorsements with Nike, Gatorade, AT&T, and 2K Sports.
George. You've got to get up.
Number 22, Phil Mickelson, golf, $41.4 million. Although past his prime on the links, Mickelson remains one of the biggest endorsers in all of sports. Of the $40.8 million he earned during the year, only $1.4 million came from competition. Number 21, Chris Paul, basketball, $41.6 million. Paul enjoyed a career resurgence in 2020, making his 10th NBA All-Star appearance and pulling a young Oklahoma City Thunder team into a surprising playoff appearance. For his efforts, Paul earned $38.5 million. Off the court, Paul adds an additional $6 million from endorsements with State Farm, Nike, Beyond Meat, and Panini.
Chris Paul. And Chris Paul knocks it in. It really wasn't known as a three-point shooter.
Number 20, Joey Bosa, football, $43 million. One of the premier pass rushers in the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers inked the former number 2 overall pick and 2-time Pro Bowler to a 5-year, $135 million extension. It made Bosa the highest-paid defensive player in the league. The 3rd time in 3 years a new player carried that distinction. All in all, Bosa will see $43 million in 2020 and a guarantee of $102 million over the life of the contract.
And goes down, and that's Joey Bosa.
Number 19, Tom Brady, football, $45 million. The 7-time Super Bowl champ shocked the football world when he signed a free agent contract with Tampa Bay after 2 decades with the Patriots. Brady's deal with the Bucs is for $50 million guaranteed over 2 years, plus $9 million in potential incentive bonuses.
The 9, they still have that one time.
Number 18, Damian Lillard, basketball, $46.6 million. He continues to be one of the NBA's most bankable non-major market stars. He earned $31.6 million for his on-court exploits in 2020, which included a career-best 30 points and 8 assists per game. Between his signature shoe line with Adidas, a marketing campaign with Hulu and 2K Sports, where he appeared on the cover of NBA 2K21, Lillard brings in an additional $14 million annually.
His first look at 3 is good.
Number 17, Kyrie Irving, basketball, $47.7 million. Irving earned $31 million in the first year of a new 4-year, $141 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets. This makes him one of the 20th highest-paid players in the NBA and will climb to $33 million in 2021. He also remained the owner of one of the most popular signature shoes in the NBA, which earns him $11 million annually from Nike. Irving also has pacts with 2K Sports, Panini, and Pepsi that help to push his off-court earnings close to $20 million annually.
Kyrie Irving gets the scoring started with a 3-ball. Does not exist right now for Garrett Temple.
Number 16. Conor McGregor, mixed martial arts, $48 million. Between contract incentives and pay-per-view shares, the Irish fighter earned in the neighborhood of $30 million for his January bout with Donald Cerrone at UFC 246. McGregor also enjoys multi-million-dollar endorsement deals with Electronic Arts, Reebok, Beats, Burger King, Bud Light, and Wynn Resorts. Number 15. Giannis Antetokounmpo, basketball, $52.2 million. He made $25 million in 2020, but he saw his earnings rise significantly due to the launch of his signature shoe line via Nike. Antetokounmpo stands to move among the elite earners in the world starting in 2022, when his 5-year, $228 million extension kicks in, the largest contract in NBA history. Number 14. James Harden, basketball, $54 million. The 2018 NBA MVP earned just a bit over $1 million per point on an average night at $38.1 million. He also continued to reap the benefits of his massive 13-year, $200 million deal with Adidas.
Animated in his discussion with DeAndre Jordan about what was going on the defensive end.
Number 13. Carson Wentz, football, $60.3 million. He earned $39 million in 2020, with a major portion coming via the payment of a $30 million signing bonus via his 2019 extension worth $128 million over 4 years. Wentz also sees an additional $4 million annually between endorsements with Nike, Amazon, Bose, Sanford Health, and Bobcat, among others.
For Philadelphia.
Number 12. Tiger Woods, golf, $62.3 million. While he earned just over $2 million in competitive earnings across 7 tournaments, it was via endorsements where Woods remained a giant. The second highest earning athlete of all time at $1.7 billion, he made $60 million on the year due to the continued performance of his full-bodied sponsorship catalog. Number 11. Russell Wilson, football, $63 million. He took home $18 million in 2020 to quarterback the Seattle Seahawks. He will also see a $35 million allotment from the $65 million signing bonus he received in 2019. Number 10. Russell Westbrook, basketball, $64.1 million. His $38.5 million salary tied for second highest in the league. His endorsement pact with Jordan Brand continued to expand via his Why Not fashion line. Westbrook also owns a line of car dealerships throughout the Los Angeles area.
Touch pass there by Abdia for the easy Westbrook dunk.
Number 9. Kirk Cousins, football, $71 million. He signed a 2-year, $66 million extension with the Minnesota Vikings with a $30 million signing bonus. This came on the heels of his $84 million fully guaranteed deal in 2018. Cousins also received earnings from Nike, Bose, and Panini as well.
Get it across the goal line, not as good a job there.
Number 8. Lewis Hamilton, Formula One Racing, $72 million. Earning $40 million from the final year of his contract with Mercedes-Benz, Hamilton is also the most marketable racer in the world, earning over $12 million via endorsements with Bose, Tommy Hilfiger, Puma, Sony, Monster Energy, and Vodafone, among others.
Out of turn 2, and Lewis Hamilton is coming at him, and he's gone wheel to wheel already.
Number 7. Kevin Durant, basketball, $73.1 million. The Brooklyn Nets paid Durant $38 million in 2020 for a season he missed altogether. Durant spent the first year of his 4-year, $164 million contract rehabbing a torn Achilles tendon. He also spent this year away from the court expanding his 35 Ventures media and management brand, which partners with ESPN, Apple, Showtime, and YouTube, among others.
Rattles home. And all of a sudden, Golden State.
Number 6. Stephen Curry. Basketball. $84.4 million. Curry earned the highest salary of any athlete in America at $40.2 million. That will increase to $43 million in 2021 as part of the 5-year, $201 million Supermax deal he signed in 2017. Number 5. Neymar. Soccer. $95.5 million. He is currently at the heart of a 5-year, $350 million contract with Paris Saint-Germain, which makes him the 3rd highest paid soccer player in the world. 2020 marked the end of his 11-year relationship with Nike Jordan brand, which was followed shortly by a lucrative new agreement with Puma. He continues relationships with Beats, DAZN, Electronic Arts, MasterCard, Gillette, and Red Bull. Number 4. LeBron James. Basketball. $99.2 million. He took $37 million in year 2 of his 4-year contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, one he recently extended for another 2 years and $85 million. Off the court, he remains the most prominent athlete endorser in America, earning over $60 million annually from Nike, AT&T, Beats, Coca-Cola, Kia Motors, GMC, and HBO, among others, alongside his Spring Hill Entertainment and uninterrupted media imprints. Number 3. Lionel Messi. Soccer. $104 million. He earns over $80 million annually, making him the highest paid on-field athlete in the world. In 2020, he also became the 2nd footballer to earn $1 billion in his career. His strong endorsement group includes a lifetime pact with Adidas, as well as Gatorade, MasterCard, Pepsi, Gillette, and Turkish Airlines. Number 2. Cristiano Ronaldo. Soccer. $105 million. Ronaldo earns $60 million annually on the pitch, amplified by over $45 million off of it. Nike, Herbalife, Unilever, and DAZN are among his most prominent endorsements.
Cristiano de letra, bonita jogada. O Bernardeschi está ali para incomodar.
Number 1. Roger Federer. Tennis. $106.3 million. He took home over $106 million in 2020. Federer earns between $3 and $30 million per corporate partnership, headlined by a 10-year, $300 million pact with apparel brand Uniqlo. He also counts Rolex. If you liked this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos.